should be sitting where Whitey is, but anyway, I didn't even think of it. Just pop your head out, or are you still going live? You are live, okay. Are we just silent? Do you want my microphone off? Okay, and then give Owen and Whitey a heads up, and then they can start. Just go with my camera, explain to Xavier we're behind. First quarter, you're just going to run the ads. You hear that, Justin? So first quarter, run the 2 ads. I'll climb down and we'll have 5 minutes to rethink. Have a good call, Whitey. Have a good call, Owen.
Hello and welcome to all the viewers out there. My name is Matthew White and I'm down here at Clapham Common. We have the AFL London Series Grand Final special today. We have 5 terrific games. I'm joined by my fellow commentator, Owen from the Wandsworth Demons. How are you, Owen?
G'day, mate. How's things going? Very well, very excited for today. Clapham Common has just turned it on. The sun's out and the Super 3s are about to kick it off.
Yeah, we've just had the national anthem. I'm not sure if you caught that on TV, and the boys are pumped up. The umpire puts the ball in the air and we're ready to go here.
All happening here, guys. Let's see what happens.
And they go up, tap down there. Bit of a contest. Wandsworth, oh, he just got good evasion, kicks it forward, just a quick kick. And bounces 3. Knocked 3 now. Oh, and he's come in a bit high, got the handball free. Up forward.
Here goes Mark Brescassian.
Yes, very nice. And it's Demons who have looked to be on top here, but the Lions will be looking at a counter-attack here. Well, great tackle from the Demons.
Pressure footy, mate. It's what grand finals are all about.
And it's I think it's Adzi of a quick kick, the Slim Shady sort of operator.
Lions are out here. There's a paddock over on that side of the common.
Yeah, and he's taking his time. It goes a looping handball over. And they'll look to go long here into the forward line. Just a quick kick forward, and it's just missed the target there. And it looks like as though Wandsworth are going to wrap him up. And it's quite far wide out there, isn't it? They're still playing. And it's good to see the umpires are letting it go straight away.
They are. It's the biggest ground in London, Clapham Common. So it's got quite wide flanks and plenty of room for the boys to operate in.
Oh, great. And so for all the viewers out there who haven't seen much of the Wandsworth Demons, obviously they've been the star team in the men's social division.
Yeah, back to back. We're coming up for our 3rd in a row if things go our way today, but it's very early doors yet.
And I was watching the boys warm up before, and you seem to have a lot of size and plenty of skill there from what I saw.
There's some big boys out there. Big Lockie Robinson in the ruck just there. It's the best hands in London, and then we've got a couple of handy tools going around as well.
Right, and we're back to the action here. And, a bit of a missed handball there from the Wandsworth Demons player, but it looks like you have plenty of time to pick it up. Just eluding him.
That's the skipper Terry Unit. Went in very, very, very hard there.
Big collision.
Big collision.
And it looks as though it's Big Sav Rocker for the North London Lions. He's going to take it on the half-forward line. Now, look, he's going back with a bit of confidence here. It looks like he's going to back himself.
I think he's going to have a ping. That was very, very high there by the captain, Terry Unit.
And I think both coaches will be happy with the start. Plenty of pressure.
Definitely. There's a bit of a breeze. He just wants to hang it out to the left, I'd say.
He's gone very long here. Oh, and he's just hit the goalpost straight into the woodwork.
Unlucky. That was a very, 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 very good shot. We got big Webby to kick it in for the Wandsworth Demons.
It looks as though mostly going man on man across the field here today. Bit of a contest here, and he's knocked it out. Oh, and a great tackle.
Very, very tight in there. That's where Brett Hoare does his best work, in the clinches. Just laying tackles all day long. The Norm Smith medalist from last year.
Oh, very good. Bit of a junkyard dog, would you say?
Very much so.
Picking up the scraps.
Yeah, always. Oof, there he goes again. Absolutely nailed him. There he is, Brett Hoare, out to Courtney Wright.
He's probably one to watch early on.
Definitely. There is the golden boy, Mark Brescassian. Number of league best and fairest. Here's Terry Unit running from half back.
And he goes to double fisted. That's the North London player back there, and he knocks it straight out of bounds.
It's going to be a good contest down there in the forward line. We've got big Hollywood Trav down there. He shaved his beard off today, so hopefully it's not a bad sign for him.
Yeah, very interesting call to shave the beard going into a grand final.
I wouldn't touch it.
No, I wouldn't either.
Oh, who's that? That's John Dillon. Around the corner, and that is a goal. Or is that Matt Casser? They're both knee-high to a grasshopper, so it's a bit hard to distinguish them.
And they're both celebrating because that is the first goal of the men's social game, and they're off to a cracking start.
What a lovely goal. Are we going to see that one again? Lovely ruck. No. That was Jeremy Coombe that just backhanded it there. And it was Johnny Dillon.
And Johnny Dillon, he goes, watch out, boys, I'm here to play.
Absolutely.
He goes bang straight for the big sticks and says, boys, get around me. We're gonna take the flag.
The last couple of years, he's played 3 games and broken 3 bones, so it's good for him to get through this season unscathed.
We're back in the centre here. The North London Lions will be looking to rebound.
There's Brett Hoare again out of the centre.
Yeah, it's a great ruck tap, that.
Bresky out wide. There's Johnny Dillon again. He's got Courtney right on the outside. Or is that Ryan Hancock?
That's a great
having
centering
a
ball.
ping, and there is the Hollywood. Trav just slots it through in the square. You absolute beauty.
And that's the second one for the Wandsworth Demons. So the Wandsworth Demons early on, they are applying a bit of pressure on the scoreboard, and they've got to put 2 through. So 2-0-12 to the North London Lions, 1-0-6.
And once again, it all started in the guts there. Lockie Robinson getting up nice and high. Beautiful tap. Brett Hoare just runs it out of the guts and straight down the forward line.
And what was pleasing to see, I would have thought, for the coaches, he just lowered his eyes. He was out wide in the forward pocket, and he thought, you know what, I'm not going to have a ping at the goals here. I'm going to centre it. And he spotted the man in Hollywood, was it?
It was big Trav. But knowing Hank, he was probably having a shot and just shanked it.
No, you're always passing. Always passing. So for all the viewers joining us today, we have got a very big program and we're very excited about it. It's the AFL London Grand Final Series today. It's been a treacherous season for all clubs, and this is the pinnacle of it. Who can get their hands on the Premiership Cup and regale stories of grandeur in the hotel later.
Mate, it's the biggest day in a lot of people's lives in London, AFL Grand Final Day. We've got 5 games. We've got the girls' conference coming up after this one, then into the men's conference, into the women's premiership, and then finally the big one.
Oh, the big daddy.
The big one.
Men's premiership.
Wandsworth Demons versus the North London Lions, 4 p.m. London time.
And as we say that, North London with Big Will just penetrates it into the forward 50, and a big double fisted by the Wandsworth Demons
The
player.
human towel, Connor. Just a big double fister all day long.
And just as a quick... Oh, and a bit of lack of voice there from the North London Lions, and the captain says, I don't have none of that, and he tackles him very strongly. So back into the 50 now for the Lions.
Oh,
Crushing hit from the B-Rad there out of full forward. And as you can hear, the crowd's getting a bit restless. They want some action.
it's only early here in London, but people are getting up and about, that's for sure.
They're expecting around 2,000 capacity crowd here today.
Maybe 5, mate. That's the word on the grapevine.
Yeah, so the World Athletics Championships might be suffering a few spare seats.
Yeah, well, we've definitely got some speeches out here this afternoon, so it'll be a lot different to the Olympic Stadium, that's for sure.
So yes, the North London Lions just in their forward 50 now, and they'll be looking to get on the board. So Wandsworth Demon started very well here, kicked the first 2 goals of the game as a quick snap goes out of the pack and it's rolled out of bounds. So
that'll be thrown in the North London Lions forward pocket. And we've probably got the world's smallest umpire out in the field at the moment.
Don't let that take you away from anything. He's a very good umpire and he makes some very good calls.
They all do over here. They put in a lot of effort, and definitely very thankful for all the umpires and their support for AFL London.
Absolutely. Here we go again now. Great tap from the Wandsworth Demons player. And you might be able to hear the cheers in the crowd there from the North London Lions, and that'll be a free kick out of bounds on the fall, and they'll look to reload into their forward 50.
It was a bit of a kick and hope for that one, and just definitely drifted out. And that was a lovely kick into the forward line there for North London.
And he's hit Chrissy Ray, the captain of the men's social division, a long-standing member, and he got inducted to the life membership this year of the AFL London League. So congrats to him.
Congratulations. So we've got another throw in the North London forward pocket.
Yeah, so they've obviously had it in there for a while now, and they'll be looking to put some scoreboard pressure on because you want to capitalise early on in the grand final.
Definitely, mate. I think things have just evened out a little bit now. It's both teams know where they're at, and just testing the waters. And what have we got? A kick up from Wandsworth Demons. There's Bresky.
Oh, great!
Big fly.
Contest there. He got pretty high on the board, and another good tackle there by the Wandsworth Demons player, and they look to evade here. But he goes, tries to get away, and he's caught by young Woody there, and he'll be very happy with himself.
Old Babu Wright was just a little bit too ambitious there, and it was very good pressure there by the North London.
Yeah, so Woody just big punch forward there, no one there.
That's a very early leap by number 39.
Yes, sometimes you can overestimate your jumping ability.
The Demons are down a half forward now. Courtney Wright running through, and
there we go again.
That was a fantastic tackle.
And that was the same man who got the hold before.
Correct.
And Woody, and the coach will be very happy with that tackling pressure.
Well, umpire just lets it play on.
Yeah, a bit stiff there. And,
yeah, definitely.
And it looks like it'll be North London to reload here off the half back.
Lovely kick into the guts there for North London.
Yes, and it's Will goes on the left, and he won't be happy with that kick. Straight to the Demons player.
It's great work there by Connor coming off the half-back flank, and he's just absolutely smashed it into the stands.
And he's kicked it to the Demons player, but he's just not on the field. That was the bench.
He saw plenty of jumpers. He thought he was good.
So it's the Lions who got it on the closest wing to us, very close to us, just 10 metres away. So we will look to pump it into the forward line.
Goes into the pocket.
And just no one at home there.
No, and the umpire blew his whistle very early on that one, I think. He's a bit lucky to be given that.
Bit of an arm wrestle we have on our hands here early in the first. Wandsworth with two quick goals, but they look to be breaking well with the counter-attack. So
on the break, they're looking very, very good. There was Bubba Ray just pushing through the middle there, up to his previous One's Premiership teammate, Mark Brescassian. Now we've got a ball up on the forward 50 for the Wandsworth Demons. No one goes up in the ruck. Lions pump it forward. Slithering Al Skelly here, just on the wing. Great work there by Sandals. His Ryan Hancock is everywhere today. He's just covering the field like a gazelle. Very, very, very tight in there. Good contest.
Very good tackle. And you can see the tempo's just lifting up here. I think all the players are starting to get a sense for the game, and they're putting their bodies right in there.
There's a little bit of feeling coming into it now, which is always good. Oof, that was a good bump there. Connor punches away. North London have the numbers now if they can get it out.
Oh, very good work from Sav in close there. Just shovels the handball out, and it looks as though they're on the run here. Demons try and bottle it up here, and he's wrapped him up in a strong tackle on the ground, but it pops free.
Just stolen that off him on the ground there.
Bit of a pickpocket sort of scenario. I think
definitely.
The girls last week in the women's social pickpocketed the Swans to get into the grand final as well.
They most certainly did, mate. Was it last kick of the game?
Yes, it was. They'll be coming up later today. The women's social Wandsworth Demons outfit, very strong outfit. And the umpire's just letting it go. Plenty of bodies in there.
There's the big man, Lockie Robinson.
Oh, and he just outbodies him. Too strong there. Uses the body well. Controls the ball drop, and he just takes the easy grab in the end.
One of the nicest guys in AFL football there, Matt Castle Bueno. Just got out-muscled. He's not the tallest bloke, so probably don't want to be putting on his head too much.
And a very open forward line here, and it's Chrissy Ray on the lead. He tries to knock it forward to some running players, but Wandsworth there to mop up.
Mopped up there by Jimmy Perrett, the president of the Wandsworth Demons. Done a great job putting today on. We've got our lovely sponsors down here, ANZ UK, Brickwood Coffee, supplying coffee and beers for everyone, Budgie Smugglers and Travel Talk.
Yes, we love the Budgie Smugglers. Like to put them on in the summertime, the great summertime over here in London. Get the Budgie Smugglers on and just pump around and show the girls what you're about.
There'll be a fair few rocking around today, no doubt.
So here we go. If you're just tuning in, it's the men's social division grand final, and the Wandsworth team is off to a great start. They've kicked 2 straight, 12 points to just the one behind for the North London Lions.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Had a score for a while, just over on the far side.
Which you might point out is very hard for us to see down here in the commentary box.
Might have to get a pair of old Dennis Committee binoculars just to see what's going on over there.
I would love a few of those. Oh, it burst out of the pack like a runaway bride, and he goes centreboard.
And great mark there by Al Slithering Skelly. Comes out to the close side with us here. And that's Courtney Wright going for a run again. He's been caught twice now already, but you think he's got the legs on him this time?
Yeah, but he turns over and he goes, I've got you covered, and he'll pump it long now.
Into the pocket where John Dillon just a bit over his head there.
Yes, he went a bit wide for mine there. I would have liked to see him just go inboard a bit straight down the middle to the corridor and just open it up to the hot spot. Looks as though we're having a bit of a battle of 2 different game styles at the moment.
Just getting absolutely rinsed by some of the fans here today.
Bit of cheek on the sidelines, no doubt about it.
That's what it's all about.
But yeah, Wandsworth Demons, they're playing like a fast break style, and I think the Lions are trying to bottle it up a bit, but they're breaking down across the half-forward line, and Demons are playing on the counter-attack very well.
That's a fantastic tackle there by Bubba Ray. Absolutely brilliant. He's the better of the Wright brothers, as we've seen already on display today.
Yeah, you'd want to pick the right one.
And that's quarter time here at Clapham Common
man.
in the 2017 London AFL Men's Social Division.
Absolutely. And we are away to a cracking start to a absolutely magnificent day we're going to have down here.
It's going to be a beautiful day. There's lots of things going on. There'll be lots of people. As we said, we've got about 2,000 people expected when they all get out of bed.
2,000 plus.
2,000 plus. It is early on a Saturday morning here in London. It's always difficult to get out of bed. So, guys, it's quarter time. We'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter.
This is Matthew White just joining you back live at Clapham Common. That's just broken from the quarter time huddles in the men's social division. It's the Wandsworth Demons leading the North London Lions 2 goals, 12 to the one behind, 1 point. And I was just at the quarter time huddle for the North London Lions, and he was very happy with the efforts in the first quarter. They built themselves back into the game, but just a couple of loose goals out the back end, which has resulted in the 2 goals for the Wandsworth Demons. So he's talking about forward entries and just keeping the ball inside the forward 50 and not allowing that counter-attack.
I think now in the second quarter we're just going to see the game plans coming into a little bit more. I've just had a caller in from home, Mitchell Thompson. G'day, mate. He said to give you a shout-out. So he's there listening with the great man Sean McManus, 2 ex-Wandsworth Demons back home now.
So here we are now. And just a loose ball in the centre of the ground, and it's a big collision, just misses the man, and it's Will who breaks free with a good handle to his good mate in young Jack, who goes wide now.
Lovely kick out there onto the wing.
Kicks to the spiritual leader, the president of the club, Dog with a double G.
He's been around longer than AFL London, that bloke.
And that's a fact. Definitely has been. So Wandsworth Demons, as I said, they're just mopping it up very well in the back line there, and he will just kick it out wide, and there'll be a throw in the half-forward line.
So there is a slight breeze favouring the North London Lions at the moment, so we'll see if they can get back those couple of goals that the Demons got in the first quarter.
Yeah, no, definitely. The coach was definitely happy with the second half of that quarter of the first. Definitely they in the hunt for the footy a lot more, and they just got crucified in the counter-attack a couple of times.
It's so good to see Three's footy just absolutely on point here today. And it's out of bounds for another throw in the Lions forward pocket.
And so they'll be looking to get on the scoreboard here with a major. So just locking it down there, forward 50 now. 2 rucks go up, just tucked down, and it's North London who knock it forward. And looks as though we'll have another throw in the forward pocket for North London Lions.
It's a bit difficult to see from where we are at the moment, so excuse the lack of commentary. But Whitey maybe got some good stories about some of the boys out there today.
Always got some good stories. As I said, I think I mentioned briefly before, but Chrissy Ray, the captain of the men's social division for the North London Lions, a long-standing member, the sort of blokes you build clubs around. He has been inducted to the Hall of Fame, a life member.
That's
for the
it.
AFL London League.
Huge achievement.
Big congratulations to him. Yeah, he sort of embodies the Lions and built it from the ground. Him and Dog, the president, as we mentioned before.
That's fantastic, mate. It was a pretty good night the other night for the league awards. It was Trav Hollywood sitting full forward for us, won the Golden Boot.
Yes, he's kicked a few.
The big boy, he has. There's Mark Brascassian on the wing. Just the flowing golden locks, just beautiful.
And he just kicks to the streaming forward player. And who we got there?
Up to Bubba Ray, his grand final partner in crime. As I said before, they won one together in 2010 in the ones with the Wandsworth Demons. 7 years later, they're back at it again in the threes.
Off, and just great use of the body. And he's going to stream in. Is that Hollywood? He's going to stream into another goal.
So Big Trav has just got his second. Both have been free-flowing, running into the square. Normally he's out on the lead or sort of arcing around on the forward 50.
No, and you definitely like those ones stream into the open goal. Not too much margin for error there.
Easy as they get, unless you're Stephen Milne.
So there we go, and we just started the second quarter and tail of the first quarter really. The Lions locked in their forward 50, but the Demons just too good streaming forward, and it was Hollywood who kicked his second, and they'll go up 3 goals to the one behind here.
It was just that disposal along the wing there. Big Mark Brascassian, the spiritual leader, the golden boy of the football club, just take a lovely mark and a beautiful kick down to Bubba Ray right. So Lockie Robinson down to Macca, good Perth boy.
Oh, bit of a collision there, good to see. The coaches will like that one. And they've plucked a free kick out here. I think he's called legging here or tripping, and the big ruckman for the Demons will look to pump it long. Best
hands in London, Lockie Robinson. He's a physio, and does very good work with his hands on and off the field.
That's good to know. Good to know. And what about his hands in the marking contest? Strong as well.
Very strong. Very strong.
So here we go now, and when it's Macca, he just gets absolutely barreled over there, and he won't like that, and the boys, they want to go on, but...
You want to see that, you want to see a bit of feeling in the game. It is a grand final, they don't come along very often, and when you get them, you just got to take them by both hands.
No, definitely a bit of white line fever out there today.
Definitely.
You watch it pick up throughout the day as we head towards the men's premiership division at 4 p.m. later today.
The lids will be off, no doubt about that. A great tackle there by the hairiest school teacher in London, Mickey Andrews.
And great work there from Manny, a great guy on and off the field.
Jimmy Perrott, the president, lovely mopping up there on half back. Now to Jared Sandals.
And a couple of big bumps and tackles to start this second quarter, and that's I think that's big Will Metcalf just throwing his weight around in there.
He's a big boy, number 17.
Yes, no, he likes to show off the arm work too.
Oh, Webby's just fallen over there in the back pocket, it looks like.
Oh, and here we go, and they pile on, and it looks like a free kick's been plucked out here, and it's a Wandsworth Demons free kick for a high contact.
So definitely had the rub of the green, Wandsworth Demons today as far as the umpiring goes. Nasty bounce there for Ryan Hancock.
And it's Cato who goes bomb with a sort of a helicopter, and just put down there by Chrissy Ray, the captain. Off. Vicious hit, and it looks like he'll be awarded a free kick, and he'll look to load up and maybe pick one through the big sticks.
Oh, that was not a good kick at all with the one sock up, one sock down.
No, he won't be happy with that as well. Very disappointed himself, but...
not really sure what he was trying to do there. Probably trying to pick out someone a little bit closer to the goal.
Bit selfless, I would have thought. He should have just went back, taken his time and tried to actually hammer the ball home and put the first goal on the board for the Lions.
He had a great shot in the first quarter, so he can definitely make the distance.
So here we go now, the Demons, and streaming forward again. They're very quick on the counter, and a great kick.
Here's John Dillon, first goal scorer of the day. Pumps it down the wing. I think that umpire's going to call that a push in the back, maybe. Play on advantage, down to Big Hollywood.
And they won't.
Tries to turn around. He's being held off the ball. There's something chronic, umpire.
And it's Snowy who look to reload, just dribbles one and tries to chase his own footy.
And that goes out. That was a very, very obvious free kick in the goal square.
Very no-nonsense footballer, Snowy. Very bit of a Rocket Gibraltar type operator. He locks down his defender and he just plays the fist and does the selfless acts throughout the day. He's one you want on your team.
A back pocket plumber, as Kevin Sheedy.
Specialist.
Excellent. And that's another goal to the Wandsworth Demons. Our view was obscured, but we might be able to get that one on replay.
Yes. Let's get that on the replay. We got, as you probably can't see, but we got the full. You said he's got great hands off the field, but looks as though he's got sort of Paddy Ryder-like hands on the field too.
He does. Probably the best tack ruckman in London football, and he's got a great relationship with the boys. Been playing together for 3 years now, and they know each other inside and out.
Yeah, it does seem like that. I mean, I saw you guys warming up, and the club as a whole is a great club, and you guys have got some great camaraderie, and it looks as though you're all playing to the same game plan, which is you must be. How many years do you reckon they've been playing together for? A couple of years? Or?
Well, with this team together, sort of the core of it's been together for about 3 years, some even longer. But I mean, we're a very lucky situation. Not a lot of clubs in. We had probably about 11 players miss out today, which is always tough. Selection night on Thursday before the granny.
And as we say that, it's North London who've got it quickly into their forward line here, and they've got a free kick for holding on. And I think that's hard to see from here, but he's just going to line up from a very acute angle and try and put the first one on the board for the Lions.
Is that the skipper again? He's got the one sock up, one sock down?
It might be. It's Chrissy Ray. Forgive my eyesight out there. Definitely not 2020.
But from having shots from there every Tuesday, Thursday, it's a very tough pocket.
And the boys go up.
And he's made me look like a fool, and he's absolutely dobbed it.
And if that's not a captain's goal, I don't know what is, because he says, boys, we're 4 goals down, but I'm going to put one through the big sticks, jump aboard.
Follow my lead, lads. Follow my lead.
So that's the Lions hitting back in the second. So after 4 goals straight, the Wandsworth team, let's check the scoreboard. 4-1 to the Lions, who go to 1-1 in the men's social division. So just for all the viewers at home joining us abroad, in London, in Portugal, wherever you might be, we have a big program on our agenda today. You got the men's and women's grand finals for the AFL London Football League, and it's a big league, the biggest one in the world outside of Australia, I believe.
It's a pretty big league.
So stay tuned.
Once again, Lockie Robinson got the ruck tap towards half forward. There's Courtney Wright.
Oh, and a crushing tackle. And as you can see, the feeling's really gone up, and I think the Lions have got a sniff now.
He's been caught a number of times today. Courtney Wright is going to be a bit sore tomorrow, no doubt.
And he's just gone the head high. I don't know if we can get a replay on that one. He's been absolutely burrowed over.
He hasn't moved. With the Demons player.
Just a bit of a footy collision, I think.
There was a nasty one last week in the girls' game, though.
Oh yes,
thoughts go out.
Thoughts go out, but from all reports, I think she's going very strong. Her name is Jo Strong, I believe. Lovely North London Lions girl, one of the good girls of the footy club. But she copped a beauty, and I think she's going all right. So
that's good to hear. Good to hear.
Hopefully she's down here today. If not, our thoughts are with you.
Absolutely. So it looks like the Lions player is going to come off.
Yeah, he's back up now. Just running off now, is it? Doesn't know really where he's.
No.
He doesn't have much support. Just, yes, he's running off. And the physio's lagging behind here, but I don't know what's going on. Doesn't look great, does it?
He doesn't look like he knows exactly where he is at the moment. So
that's a big nick. Unfortunate this early on in a grand final to be knocked like that.
Just have to be reminded, he's at Clapham Common, not Bounds Green today.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a long way home.
And
there's Brett Hawke, comes back into the middle, looking for Bookie.
Oh, and his dog just 10 metres off the contest.
John Dillon on his knees, doing some great work. Macca. Young McCarry from Perth. Lovely mopping up there across the guts.
Yeah,
out to Chicken Tim Donovan, the coach of the Super Threes at the Wandsworth Demons. Another good Perth boy.
And it's Dog who's going back to the flight, but it's Snowy who reads it better. The man I spoke about, the bit of a rock at Gibraltar, and he'll swing it wide now to Chrissy Ray, the captain. Great leg. Now he swings around and says, "Come to me, boys. I'll hit you on the lead," and he does. And it's Big Will. He just can't get his hands on it.
Good punch there by Al Slithering Skelly. The look-away handball goes to Bookie.
He's handed it to his opposite in Manny, who gets the handball off the Dog. Goes very wide.
I think it just landed inside.
Yeah, it looks as though we'll have another throw in just in the half-forward line for the North London Lions. So yeah, there's a bit of a contest on our hands now. The Wandsworth Demons had a brilliant start, 4 goals to nothing, and now the Lions have hit back with 1.
Just as the sun pokes its head out, it's absolutely glorious down here on Clapham Common.
Oh, beautiful day down here.
First time we've had the granny down here in a number of years, so it's the crowds are turning out, the sponsors are out, and looking forward to a great day ahead of us.
And a bit of pushing and shoving, and I saw a big Sav Rocker from the Lions go down. He won't like that. He loves the contest. He'll be straight back up.
I think there's a few boys out there that don't mind a bit of push and shove.
No, it's all part of it. And what better day to do it on a grand final occasion?
Absolutely.
Nothing left in the tank today, that's
no
for
game
sure.
next week, no training Tuesday.
No, you're probably right. Just get a head start.
Bit of commotion on the outside lines here, the sidelines, but it's North London who pump it forward. Oh, big pack flying there, and looks as though they've on the groundwork, and everyone's tackling, but it's Wandsworth Demons who've done it well, but he's missed him with the handball, and quick snap over the shoulder here.
And mopped up on the goal line there by the captain, Terry Unit, who's recently married this year. We had a lovely wedding out in Castlemata in Cork.
Oh, yes.
So hello to his lovely wife, Ali.
That would have been very nice.
It was beautiful, lots of Guinness, and it was a nice weekend away for the lads and the girls.
Oh, everyone involved, the grandparents as well, everyone.
Grannies, everyone, family over from Australia. His old man, Mick Unit, is an absolute legend. Was definitely best on ground.
So it's the Demons just in the just reloading out the half-back line.
Big Lockie Robinson, oof. Mickey Andrews, the bearded teacher,
and
goes inside to McCarry.
Yeah, and they're just releasing their players as well off the half-back line. Goes forward. Danny Radis thinks he can get more air than he can. and just knocked down to, and it looks as though Woody will just go forward now. Misses him with the kick, out wide now. Plenty of Demons players there. Oh, big collision. The boys are flying in today, that's for sure.
And the umpires are doing a great job out there, just letting it go on, putting the whistle away, and letting just the blokes play footy.
Now, I gave a bit of cheek to Danny Radis there, but he's a great man. Adelaide boy tried to get me out to the Wandsworth Demons when I first came over, but just where I was living just didn't quite work out. But I joined a very good club in the North London Lions. For all those out there, come down to the North London Lions. Great footy club.
Well, I'm glad to say that I actually recruited Danny Radis to the Wandsworth Demons.
There you go.
We met in Retox Hostel in Budapest, and it was very, very crazy. I thought you'll fit right in. Anyway, guys, that is half-time here in the 2017 London AFL social grand final. Wandsworth Demons are up 4-1 to the North London Lions 1-2.
And we got a beauty on the hands, so stay tuned. We'll be back after half time.
I really trust them, so it makes me feel comfortable coming to a different country when, you know, like people have got your back.
Yeah, they've been my everything. Definitely made a few new friends. The ANZ UK, especially a lot of them obviously meeting up with the 72 bus.
At the school I have an amazing team with ANZ UK. They've been a great support. They helped me get the job almost. I had a job before I came here.
I'd highly recommend them if you're thinking of coming over to the UK.
Welcome back to the second half of the 2017 AFL London Social Grand Final. Wandsworth Demons versus the North London Lions. Demons are up 4 goals straight to the Lions 1 goal 2.
Yes, and it's been a very cracking contest early on. Obviously the Demons out the block early, but I think I was just in the huddle there and it looks as though the Lions have got some gusto in their lungs and they think they can bring it in this second half.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they wouldn't have made the grand final if they weren't going to give it a good shout. And it's just going to be a nice, tough third quarter. The weather is starting to turn a little bit.
Yeah.
The breeze has picked up.
No, definitely. The breeze is definitely picking blowing all my papers around. I don't like this at all. Here we go now.
Great tap.
Oh, another great. He's been very good today, that Demons player.
Lockie has just been on form today. Straight down to Brett Hoare.
Big player. How tall do you reckon Lockie is?
Lockie, he's about 7'2".
Yeah, nice. Very, very tall for an operator. Goes a big fist again.
It's down. Brett Hoare's coming outside of the... Just so strong in the body, Brett Hoare.
Yeah, strong core there too. Off, and another big tackle from the Lions player.
There is the great man, Bresky, from 35 out, straight through the middle. And the Wandsworth Demons are up and about at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, he did. Too easy there for the Demons player. He got the ball, trapped it easily. He went the sidestep straight around him and just sailed one straight through the big sticks. And a great start from the Demons player. Be very happy with that. And the coach will say, geez, we're a huge sniff now.
Huge chance. And once again, started out of the middle. Lockie Robinson to Brett Hoare, down to Mark Brescassi. We've said that a number of times over the last 3 years with this Super 3s Wandsworth Demons team.
No, definitely. It started with him. He had the first ruck tap just out into the space, and then the second one, a big fist over the top. And the Demons players were good enough to run on to the end of that one.
Champagne football, some would say.
No, we'll save the champagne for a bit later.
Absolutely. The corks will be popping everywhere.
A big fixture on our hands, obviously. 5 beautiful games. The AFL London League Grand Finals here today.
Lockie Robinson again down to Brett Hoare through the middle.
Jeez.
There's an absolute machine. You would think the Lions would need to do something about that.
No, definitely. I don't know who else they can look to, though. Probably the tallest man out there in Manny, who's doing a good job, though. Very good job.
John Dillon pumps it into the middle. Big Hollywood's there, just manhandling.
Oh, and it's a great pressure on the just in the defensive line there. The 3 Lions players took him down and he ended up spraying the kick through for a throw-in by the looks.
And I think that was the most tackled Wandsworth Demons player of the day in Courtney Wright.
Yes.
He's definitely been shown up by his brother out there today, that's for sure.
No, he's definitely been put down a few times, but to his credit, he's got back up and he keeps taking them on.
And he'll keep running all day long. It's the beauty about Babu. Just a quick shout out to one of our Wandsworth Demons legends in Amsterdam watching the game. Dickie Benson was the spiritual leader of the 3s last year. Can't be with us today.
Big Dickie.
Big Dickie Benson is an absolute legend of a man.
No, yeah, so great, man. I've met him a couple of times and he's...
loves a beer. Loves a beer.
Loves a beer and loves a story.
Oh, can he tell a story?
And here we go again now, crashing through there. Oh, great play there. And the Demons look to be on top here. I'm not sure what the breeze is doing.
It's just swirling around a little bit. It's a fair bit going on at the moment.
Good trap there from.
Absolutely crunched from behind there by Bubba Ray Wright, the grand final specialist.
Yeah, tried to go the shimmy, but didn't see the other player coming and just wrapped him straight up. Johnny
Dillon, and that's a good mark there.
Great. Oh, and he's called play on. He's spilt the beans there.
That's a bit rough by the young kid down there.
That's young ads for the North London Lions on the last line of defence there. His brother, Sam Calhoun, actually used to be a AFL listed player at Port Adelaide Power. Fun fact for you guys out there listening today.
Fantastic. He's got a lovely blonde mop on him.
Yes, no.
Stands out.
I think he was trying to get some umpire votes. There's a few from our team who have donned that look. A bit interesting.
I think the blonde tips are back in. Oh, that was a very good mark.
Great intercept mark there. And he'll play on quickly on the right boot. Kicks in front of Will. A big fist, I think, from behind there.
Big Al slithering Skelly.
Oh, and the umpires plucked the free kick here. It's tripping there, and the Lions will look to rebound off the half. Oh, great leg.
Lovely kick.
Straight in front of us here, and it's Ben who's on the end of it. Loves to tuck in, sort of Guernsey operator.
There's a lot of space for the full forward to work into down there.
Oh, and that's Manny. It's a great lead into space, and he'll look to go long now. Wobbling ball just into the pocket and spills out of bounds. Yeah, not the kick I would have been doing in that situation, but I suppose the Demons have been very good on the counter-attack today, so they're probably wary of that, the Lions, in this third quarter.
There's a great crowd down here today already. It's still early for London. We've got coming up next. We've got the West London Wildcats and versus the Wandsworth Demons in the women's women's conference.
Yeah, the conference. That's going to be absolutely magnificent. Two fierce outfits, and they throw their bodies around like there's no tomorrow.
There is no love lost between the two clubs whatsoever, so it should be a fiery game.
And it was the Wildcats or the Ealing Emus, the association or the affiliated team with the West London Wildcats who went down last week to the North London Lions. I think to not make it in the first week, they got beaten by the Demons by 3 points, I believe.
Correct,
the men's
correct.
social, and then they were disappointed with their result last week. Couldn't just quite get into the grand final and bounce back.
It's a little bit odd to not have a number of West London teams playing on grand final day, but it's I can say I'm happy that they're not here.
Nah, very strong club, good club, but yes, credit to the league and I suppose the coaches and the clubs for building up the infrastructure and the people and the clubs and sponsors to branch it out and make this the biggest league in outside of Australia.
Definitely, and every club's strong. West have had the wood over the Demons the last couple of years in the ones, and then North got up over them a couple of years back.
Yeah, that's right.
The great man Rory Kirkby just taking an absolute hanger and knocking himself out, and then going back and slotting the goal.
So here we go now, and the North London Lions got it in their forward 50, and we looked to apply some scoreboard pressure, but the Demons say won't have any of that.
Lovely work there by Skelly and Bubba Ray.
And nice use of the hips, straight round him.
Brett Hoy's going hard.
I'm not sure if we can get a replay later on, but that was a great, courageous mark.
That was fair from both sides. Brett Hoare just going hard at it as he always does.
And it was Woody who he goes, you go hard, I'll go just as hard or harder, and I'll take the mark.
And that's why we love this game.
And what's happening here? I think
the umpire's called a free kick for high.
Okay.
But knowing Brett Hoare the way I do, he will be back up and running. He'll come off for a bit of a breather, and he'll be just as hard at it.
I don't know if we can get a replay of that one. If no. They say no, but I've got the replay in my head, and by geez, that was a big collision.
Oh, I heard it and I felt it, but as I said, Brett Hoare is a very tough man. He's an absolute beast of a human being, and he'll be right.
You'll see a bit of this today. They love the footy in London, and they put their bodies right in it. As we said, this is the grand final. No tomorrow. The tanks will be empty, and the boys will be looking to get their hands on the Premiership Cup.
So we've got Hoare in the hands of the trainers, just on his hands and knees, but as I said, he is one of the toughest blokes in the footy club, let alone probably in London, and he'll be A-OK.
Yeah, and Woody won't be happy with that free kick. He thought he just took the mark, and both people flying at the ball, and Hoare just came off second best.
He did.
And he's a bit groggy walking off.
He's going to come off for a spell, and they're going to be replaced by young McCarry.
And it's fair to say, if you're coming off like that, you won't be on the beers later. Very strict regime he run down here, looking after the health of the players.
He's feeling that there. He's just been helped off there by David Lumley.
Not a good sight to see. And
no.
As we see the Demons play on now, and they'll look to pump it into their 50.
So McCarry goes long right into the 50.
And it's a bit of a scrap fight here, and the players pile on, and we'll have a ball up inside the forward 50 for the Wandsworth Demons.
It's going to be interesting to see how that affects the game now, because we've seen the combination of Lockie Robinson down to Brett Hoare all day, just working an absolute treat.
Yeah, those two, the tandem, they've been working real well together. So, we'll see what happens. So, looking at the scoreboard, we can just recap here. It's the men's social division, the grand final, and we have the Wandsworth Demons who are in control here. It's 5 goals, 0 to the 1 goal 2 for the North London Lions.
Hotly contested footy down there. There is the golden locks of Mark Brescassian.
Yeah, he's been good today, Brescassian.
He has. He's been very good, Bresky. He's been around the club a long time, 9 years. As I said, a number of best and fairest for the club, a couple of premierships in the ones, and 2 premierships in the threes up to today.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's been everywhere, and he's a smart footballer. He knows what to do when he gets it in his hands.
Graceful.
We see a couple of the boys lining up to go back on. A Libber lookalike. Can you tell me a bit about him for Wandsworth Demons?
Libber's a new bloke to the club. He's just come down this year.
Is that has he snuck one through here? No, he's missed that from point blank. Sorry to interrupt there. The Wandsworth Demons player looked to go for the goals, and he just shanked one there.
Libber's probably the biggest advocate of the budgie smugglers, probably in the world, let alone London. He's
global.
He wears them every day. He likes to show them off, and it won't take long when the game finishes for him to just be rocking around his budgies.
Yeah, no, he's right next to the man, Danny Rados, who I spoke about earlier. He lives by the approach. Look good, feel good, is good, and very good operator.
He's got very good hair, Danny Rados, I must say. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, better hair than his missus. No, she's a lovely girl.
Jess is a lovely, lovely young lady.
And a great grab there from
Big Webby.
Big Webby, and he's been in control, Big Webby. So the North London Lions, what can they do to get themselves back in the game here? Oof, another big contest here.
Jeremy Coombe, the janitor, just comes in from behind.
And they're flying in. It's a Big Macca takes the ball out of the air and plays on quickly.
It's a bit scrappy at the moment. It's
a lot of numbers around the ball.
A lot of numbers. There's Courtney Wright again, and Webby.
And
young Haydos out the back to the captain, Terry Unit.
Good pressure from the Lions player, but just too strong in the contest there. Off, and he just ducks under one there and plays on, goes bang. And just wayward, and we'll have a throw in.
We're struggling to see here. There's lots of supporters. We've got to about 2,500 already down here at the Clapham Common.
Yeah, I might even request that some of these supporters get back off the line here.
What are they thinking?
Yes, it's outrageous.
Maybe we should be up in the scaffold.
Yeah, it could be in the scaffolding. I like it up high. So here we go now. The forward pocket, and a bit of a scrap. Can't see too much. A lot of players around the ball, turning into an under-9s football sort of operation.
It's about the same time as under-9s play, so...
Yeah, it's just emulating a bit of that form. Looks as though we'll have another throw in here.
It's really it's just clocked up now in the third quarter here with the Wandsworth Demons versus North London Lions. It's just waiting for something to happen, I feel, at the moment.
Yeah, and I think the wind's playing a bit of a role in this quarter, as we said. It's definitely picked up, and I think that might be the direction, just coming across the ground into that pocket.
I think if the ball stays there for the remainder of the quarter, the Demons will be happy with that, but they would like to get the ball moving and play free-flowing footy and kick some more goals.
Not sure how much is left in this third quarter, but the Lions were looking desperately to get one on the board, building into that last quarter.
So about 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, so
31 v 8.
Bit of red time, coach killing time, as I call it. But yeah, no, we'd want to see a goal from the Lions if they want to get back into this contest. And I'm just looking around. We've got a big fixture on our hands today. The West London Wildcats girls, geez, they look like a good outfit. They're just behind me. Number 11 there, great kick. She's just warming up, just really ready to go for the next game here.
Very good player, number 11. They're just bathed in sunshine at the moment.
So yeah, for all those folks out there who don't know what we're talking about, it's the women's conference grand final. The Wandsworth Demons take on the West London Wildcats. So it should be a game coming up 11 a.m. London time.
Just we go back to the play now. That was a lovely lead and a mark there by Jeremy Coombe, the podiatrist. Like to call him the janitor, who just mops up all day long.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And every club needs one of those.
Absolutely.
On and off the field, I might add. Might be needing a janitor tomorrow morning, I think, some of these boys, with the way they carry on.
Well, definitely at the Alex, the number one sponsor of the Wandsworth Demons. There'll be a big party back there tonight, the Alexandra on Clapham Common.
Very nice.
Good plug.
Very, very strong plug. So yes, as
we see young Bookie's about to come on. We call him the aubergine. He can... Your mind can wonder why we call him that.
And so the Lions looking to bounce back. It couldn't be too long left in this quarter. On the half-back flank now, and they desperately need a goal to get back into this contest. And great use of the body there. And,
good grab.
It looks as though Scotty's just going to go centreboard now. His switching kick, and dangerous ball cut out there.
Oh, almost had his head taken off there, Bresky.
It's not called by the umpire, and it's play on.
I think he went to blow the whistle and just put it away.
Yeah, he looked at. He got real low there, very low. And as we can see, there's bodies flying around everywhere. The
Just a
ball's
tight contest.
jarring around, and that's what we like to see on grand final day.
That's what it's all about.
Now, there's definitely a couple of contests in a grand final, and you either step up or you step down, and that's where you win the game.
Absolutely. Where heroes are made.
So Snowy now just knocking it to his
Chased by Danny
advantage.
Radis.
And good pressure there, and looks as though Jack just handles out to Ad, so he kicks forward or wide to Will, and Jesus, looks as though the wind got hold of that one as well, so it's back into that half forward line. We'll have another throw in.
And for those worried at home, we'll try and get an update on Brett Hoare for everyone. But as I said, he's a tough man, so I'm sure he'll be right.
Yeah, he looked very groggy as he came off the ground, and there's a whistle.
That's the whistle. 3/4 time here at Clapham Common. Wandsworth Demons 5 goals 2 to North London Lions 1 goal 2.
Oh, and geez, we're excited for this last quarter, so we'll get out to the huddles and we'll bring you the action live here from London, Clapham Common. Fourth quarter coming up.
We're down here on the field with the chairman of AFL London, Mr. David Field. David, it's your inaugural year, your first year as the league president. How have you seen the year so far?
Yeah, Zave, just today, I mean, what an improvement from grand final day last year. I mean, the setup that you guys have done at Wandsworth, hosting on behalf of AFL London, it's just been absolutely fantastic. And I think we're going to get it at 2,000 people here today because it's something that you've taken, 8 months to organise, and it's really, really appreciated.
And hopefully the weather holds off as well. They've got beautiful sunshine at the moment, but a bit of rain forecast later on though. So the expansion of the league this year, you've finally... There you go, a couple of Wandsworth...
Welcome back, viewers. We are underway in the fourth, and the boys are excited. I'm excited. This is the grand final of the men's social division, and it's the Wandsworth Demons who are on their away here, and a great kick. Oh, it's just fading.
Faded late.
That's the wind just coming across for all those viewers joining us today. A lot of noise out here, but for those
I think
viewers,
he's called it.
all those viewers joining us today, it's the Wandsworth Demons who've been in control, and it's 5-3 now to the North London Lions, 1-2 in the last quarter of the men's social division.
So once again, we saw at the start of the last quarter there, Lockie Robinson straight out of the ruck, down to young McCarry, and then up forward to Mark Brescassian. It's been a story of the day.
Yeah, no, they're definitely working well as a tandem here, and the North London Lions will want to stop that in this last quarter. Big Will just using the body wheel, shovels it forward, and it's B-Rad who will go long now, the big left boot. Will that stay in play? The big wide wings out here. Down at Clapham Common, great ground.
Beautiful, beautiful ground, beautiful day. Lots of people around. We've got games of soccer and touch rugby and everything going on at the moment, and the big dance.
And you can probably sense it there. The crowd's building. We're expecting 2,000 people here today, plus. So as you can tell, it's going to be a big day of footy, and they're very excited about it.
There's plenty of froths. There's plenty of food. Plenty of activities for everyone. It's a big family day down here.
Yeah, big family fun day with face painting down here. Get your kids down here.
Bouncy castles.
Bouncing castles. We put on a big show down here in AFL London. Here we go now. Wandsworth Demons out to the wing.
Ryan Hancock, just safe hands there.
Yep.
Loves his wine, Hank. He knows a lot about it and sells some lovely stuff.
And just goes long now. Gore. Big contest there. And I think the umpire might have plucked a free kick here. Is it a bit of a push here?
Looks like it's gone the Lions' way.
Yeah, probably Danny Rados just getting his hands involved there.
Yeah, bit touchy-feely, old Danny. Lockie Robinson, in my mind, he's been best on ground today. He's an absolute belter of a game. Just very stiff last year not to win the Normie, and this year just turning it on.
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree with you there. I mean, Horry was quite good till he got knocked out. Unfortunately, came off the ground very groggy, but his work was probably only complemented by the work of the great ruckman for Wandsworth.
Absolutely.
And as we say, he goes up and almost clunks it there. Oh, both bodies over it. Snowy puts his hands up. Could have got one in the back there.
Oof.
And just clipped his head there, and that should be a free kick to Manny there for the North London Lions. So
right in front of the Demons there. It was a big crowd down here now. Into the hairiest teacher in London, Mickey Andrews, the great man.
Yeah, I wouldn't let my kids in that classroom, that's for sure. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, I wouldn't be misbehaving, that's for sure.
Welcome to the jungle. Jumanji was enough for all the kids out there, I think. So here we go. The Demons load up now into the fourth. Bang. Goes long, and the pressure's up here. They know what's on the line. It is a grand final, a premiership cup, and a couple of medallions, and very excited down here.
Here's McCarry. Pumps it forward.
Yep. Kanye West, can it get much higher? I don't think so. And it's Adzi who'll try and...
Oh, that was a big tackle there by Terry Unit.
Yeah, oh.
And again, good follow-up. And it's a Wandsworth Demons. No, it's Lions.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. But it's young Jack who looked to a kick to his mate, 2-on-1.
Good fist there by Mickey Andrews.
Yeah, Mickey Andrews, the teacher we just spoke about.
Doing his best Alan from the Hangover impersonation.
And we don't mind a bit of that.
Not at all.
Man bag and all. So here we go now.
As long as he hasn't got the baby, we should be fine.
So, yes, here we go now. If you're just joining us, it's the Wandsworth Demons in the last quarter, probably 10 minutes gone maybe, and 5-3 leading the North London Lions, 1-2.
Yeah, we've got about 10 mintes to go.
10 minutes to go.
Yeah, so there's still plenty of time for North London to get a couple of goals and put some pressure on the Demons.
Yeah. And I was out of the three-quarter time huddle, and that's Cato doing very good work there for the Lions. But all he was talking about was just taking the game on there. Nothing to lose here, and that looks as though that's what they're doing. Oh, and that has to be a contender for mark of the day. That was a great grab, just very clean. Jukes rose up into the pack, and he clunked it cleanly.
Jeremy Coombe, the absolute professional.
Oh, yep, and the coach would like to see that. Just very strong in the contest there.
He's a bit Ticky Touchwood coming up to the granny. He hurt his calf in the last game of the year. Missed the first final, but a lot of rehab. Good physios down here at the Wandsworth Demons. We've got a lovely physio team.
And let's just ride this home here. Just warms into it, just pops it up. I think the wind, and he's just sprayed that to the left there.
He won't be happy with that, Kuma. He's a lovely kick for goal. Life member of the footy club. One's premiership player.
Yeah, and I'm going to call it next goal for the Wandsworth Demons, and that could almost be the sealer.
The lids could be off.
And bit of a contest here, good scrimmage, and it's young Jack. He gets a quick kick forward, and B-Rad streaming onto it. Had a very good game last week.
Chicken Tim goes in hard.
Body on body stuff.
That's what you want to see from the people's chest. The coach just going in hard.
And that's when you know it's a grand final. You got two players throwing themselves in like that. There's going to be a few sore bodies tomorrow.
Most definitely, but the booze will help that, mate. No worries about that.
So here we go now. The ball goes up and the rucks go up, and it's
just Lockie all day long.
It's Lockie, very good work there.
Danny Radis, he was a bit outsized there by the number 9 of the North London Lions.
Yeah, it's good Adelaide man, Danny Radis. A lot of respect for that man.
Sandals with a good punch from the side.
Yeah, I'm going to call it as well, but as you said, you spoke about it earlier in the game, but the ruckman for the Wandsworth Demons, the big man, he's been getting the job done today, and he's probably got my votes.
He's been exceptional, Lockie, absolutely exceptional. As we see there, Courtney Wright was caught again and holding the ball.
And Big Snowy, good defensive effort there.
Here's Haydos running through the middle.
Streaming forward.
And Jeremy Coombe just on the chest, easy as you like.
And that's been the tale of the day, I think. The Lions have done some good work getting in their forward 50, but the Demons have streamed forward on the counter-attack very strongly all day long.
Definitely playing the home ground well. See a couple of people coming off. The little tattooed man, Danny Radis, coming for a spell. And Johnny Dillon on. Jeremy Coombe calls it. And the boys are celebrating that. It's a goal to Jeremy Coombe, Wandsworth Demons. 6 goals, 1 to North London Lions.
So he got the
6 goals, 4, sorry, to the North London Lions. 1 goal, 2.
He had the windmill arm there. He was swinging it around, and he was celebrating the goal. But was he celebrating a bit more than that? Could that be the grand final win right there with that boot? Could well be, ladies and gentlemen. Tough for the Lions to come back from here. And I'll take this opportunity just to shout out to young Dan Padgett, a good North London boy, very strong on and off the field, and he's be dearly missing the games here today.
G'day, Dan.
And Jack, great evasion, and just swings it wide.
Oh, that was a great mark there by Ryan Hancock.
Just got another text
in.
Did. Got another text in there just now. I'm not sure. We're going to be getting them all day long at this rate, but young Matt Ashton from
Matty Ashton.
Yes, back in. He should be back in Perth right now.
G'day, Matty.
Very good man. He's actually his sister, shall I say, married to my best mate back home in Adelaide. So very good connection there.
Good Perth boy. Again, we got a lot of Perth people here at the Wandsworth Demons.
So here we go. The Wandsworth Demons, they swing it out wide and just pumps it into the forward 50.
Mickey Andrews, the man who got us into the grand final with the last kick of the game against West London, just slotted the goal from, it was about 75 out, I think, into a hurricane. So a bit of a zip's just gone out of the game at the moment.
Yeah,
and,
I think the crowd consensus, a long way to come back. It couldn't be too much. How long we got left?
5 or about 6 minutes to go, mate.
6 minutes to go, almost in red time, and the boys are some gingery boys out there. The Wandsworth Demons started strongly with the first 4 goals of the game, and they haven't looked back since then.
That's a good boot.
And just the breeze just pushing that one across the face for another behind, and he kicks it, and as he kicks it, he turns around and he runs straight off.
I think the social have definitely got the best conditions of the day. It's going to get a little bit wet, a little bit windy.
Well, we don't mind that.
Don't mind that at all.
The wind and the rain starts coming. The boys are knocking. So here we go now. The Lions off. Great collision there, and that's
Chicken Tim again on the half back.
He's a hard-nosed defender, isn't he?
I think it's the first time he's played down back in about 20 years.
Yeah, well, might have been the coach's move, because that was a very good swing player, isn't he? Bit of Adam Hunter like. He goes well forward and back.
Oh, you don't want to pump him up too much. The people's chest, Tim Donovan.
Here we go, Snowy, just under this one. And
Oh, Matt Castle Bueno goes in hard. The little man. There's Swanee on the deck.
Yeah, and so for all those joining us, we got a big fixture on our hands. I'm very excited about it. We got the women's conference finals coming up next. The Wandsworth Demons versus the West London Wildcats.
Just bubbling away. They're warming up. They're going through their pre-game routines, and no doubt some stirring motivational talks by the coaches.
What can you tell me about some of these Wandsworth Demons girls? Obviously, a big part of your club down there.
Yeah, no, the women have been fantastic. Sort of the women's club all started with young Kate Grabowski a few years ago, who came to the president and said, "I want to make a women's team.
I want in.
I want in," and she started this legacy. So we're the only club now in the competition with 2 women's teams, which is great for the sport and great for all the ladies to get down and have a run. They do a lot for the club. Very involved, and
it's a magnificent initiative. Obviously, the women's league back home is up and away now in the AFL Women's League, and I think we're getting some stars of the future that should come out of these leagues, hopefully.
Most definitely. We had a couple of girls go back to Australia last year and have been playing in the state leagues. One of the girls made it onto a list as well, so it's a good stepping stone.
Oh, absolutely. And it's very good to have them down the club. I know we got the girls' outfit. Unfortunately, they went down last week, and in a bit of a disappointing. Not enough players on the ground at the end of the game, but they had fought it out very strongly against the Giants. No disrespect to them and the team down the Giants, and they'll be looking to get their hands on a premiership cup.
And that is
that's a sausage roll there. He's just absolutely just
Dacos-esque. Although Connor is adamant that the ball hit the padding on the goalpost as it went through. I must say that I thought it did as well, but maybe we can have a look at a replay on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference at this time of the game, though. But you never know.
Oh, no, it does.
He does. He's reversed it.
He's caught it behind now, so they're going to bring it back. I'm not sure if we can get a replay on that one. It'd be good for the viewers back home and for the coaches after the game.
Most definitely.
So here we go. The Demons now reloading from the back line. So that. So it looks as though the game's all but done now. The men's social division, it's the Wandsworth Demons. The clubs have a very strong year, and it looks as though they're going to take out the first premiership of the day.
It'll be 3 in a row now for the Wandsworth Demons in the men's social. It's a big occasion to win a hat-trick of premierships anywhere, let alone in London, which is so transient, so it's very hard. But we've managed to keep the core of the team together for a number of years now, and we're all good mates. We're great mates off the field, and we play footy together on the field.
Yeah, and I'm sure both these sides will be having a few beers together after the game as well. We love the after field or post-game sort of camaraderie between the clubs down here in AFL London. That's what it's all about.
We've always had a great relationship with North as well. It's a great day travelling up to Bounds Green, and sometimes when we get up there with Ladies' Day, we're lucky enough, and it's a great club to play against and to have a few froths with afterwards. And tell you what, I'm getting pretty thirsty now at the moment.
Oh, great tackle down there from Snowy, and we like to see that late in the game.
Just didn't give up.
And he doesn't. He's just one of those blokes who just gives you everything and he'll keep on giving. And kicks forward to the captain and Chrissy Ray, and too many Demons there. They'll mop up again and just kick wide now.
Terry Unit comes out of John Dillon. Mickey Andrews comes through.
Good tackle from the captain, Chrissy Ray, and it's Nick who came off a bit groggy before. He's back on now, and as he mops up, gives it to Manny.
Right in front of us here in the commentary box.
Doesn't know where to go.
No.
But no, young Nick.
Oh, lovely.
And bursts away from the stoppage here and kicks forward.
Chris Judd-esque.
Oh, very Chris Judd-esque.
It's going in the now.
The West Coast version.
Yeah, that's right. Went all downhill after that, wasn't it?
So we're coming to the last minute here for the 2017 Social Grand Final on Clapham Common. The Wandsworth Demons are going to take this one.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a great start to the day for the Demons. All 5 teams are playing in the Grand Final.
Very good effort from the Demons. Very strong club and a great way to start the day. But no disrespect to the North London Lions boys. They fought hard all day. They did very well in upsetting the Ealing Emus last week.
Most definitely.
At Bounds Green, and it looks as though they're going to go try and put one through the goals here. Just no, he just can't quite make the distance there. But no, very good effort from the North London Lions boys, and they'll be disappointed today with this result. But very happy with the season and something to build upon next year.
Most definitely, it was great pressure there in the first half, and first and second quarter. They really locked it in and tried to get something moving. But unfortunately, it was just, was that Brett Hoare back on the ground?
Tell you what, they breed them tough down here in London. Everyone just coming back on the ground here. There's no mucking around.
No, you want to be on the ground for the final siren, and
Yes.
which we're about to get in just a couple of seconds now.
Yeah. And I can see Haydos, and there we go. That's the final siren, and yeah, and that's the AFL London Men's Social, the Wandsworth team, and they're very happy. They've won their 3rd flag in a row.
The lids are off, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at the grin on Danny Rados. Oh, he's almost as good as his hair, but he'll have a no disrespect there. He's going to have a medallion around his neck. So
Absolutely.
who's the real winner?
So for everyone listening at home, all around the world, thank you very much for tuning in for the social division. If you want to stay and watch the women's, who are coming up next, if you just move on to the next link, we've got the West London Wildcats versus the Wandsworth Demons in the women's
that's
conference.
Going to be sponsored by Halo Financial. They do all your good stuff down there. Get down there.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys, and time for a beer.
Enjoy. I'll be back later on for the men's premiership division. The big daddy of the day, the North London Lions taking on the Wandsworth Demons again. Thank you very much. Matthew White tuning out.